Hello friends, welcome to Dreamweaver Crocheting with Love. In today's tutorial, I am going to teach you how to work a waistband. I have done the waistband using two different ways. As you can see, this waistband is using front post and back post double crochet stitches, whereas this one is done using single crochets on back loop. Now, my basic intention behind using both these stitches are to give stretchability as well as elasticity, so that when you make a crochet work using these waistbands such as a baby pant or a baby skirt, then this will fit perfectly to a baby and give comfortability as it is quite stretchable. So now let's see how this is done. You can see a size chart in which I mentioned from the age group of 0 to 24 months baby what will be the waist circumference. This is actually the circumference of the waist. So for a 0 to 3 months, the waist circumference should be 18 inches, 3 to 6 it's 19, 6 to 12 20 inches, 12 to 18 20.5 and 18 to 24 it's 21 inches. These are all standard sizes, but in case if you are making for your own child, you can customize as per your child's measurements and you can do it. I shall teach you how this is done. So let's begin. First, I'll teach you how to work a waistband using front post and back post double crochet stitches. So this waistband measures approximately 9.5 to 10 inches. So the entire circumference will range around 19 to 20 inches. So this will fit very well to a baby in the age around 3 to 12 months. I'll be making a waistband which will measure 18 inches for a baby in the range 0 to 3 months. So for that, first we need to make the chains and measure it accordingly. So I'll make the chains and see that whether it measures around 18 inches. So here I have done about 60 chains. So let's measure and see. So this measures 13 inches, but I need to make more chains till I reach 18 inches. Here I have worked about 90 chains and this measures 18 inches, which will fit very well for a baby in the age group of 0 to 3 months. So I'll stop here and start working either in rounds, or if you prefer to work as it is without joining both ends, then you can do like that way also. I always like to work without joining because in case if you join, sometimes when the baby grows up, it won't be a good fit for the baby. So if you keep the edges open and join them at the end of the 5th or the 6th row, depending upon how many rows you are making for the waistband, and then you can join both the edges using a button. Then that will give quite a comfortability for the baby's waist. So from here on, I'll be working first row as a double crochet row. So for that I need to make 2 extra chains. So the first 3 chains will make my first double crochet, and then I need to work 1 double crochet into each of the stitch till the end of the row. Now one more important thing that I forgot to tell you was that depending upon the hook size also, the number of chains that you make initially may vary. Now here I have taken 3.5 mm hook. So I have to make nearly 90 chains to get the length of 18 inches. But if you go for a bigger hook, say 4 mm or 4.5 mm, then you will be making lesser number of chains. And in case of hook size which is lesser than this, say 3 mm or 2.5 mm, the number of chains that you make would be more. So you continue sequence of working 1 double crochet into each of the stitches. Here I am done with the first row of my waistband. As one side is measuring about 9 inches, so the entire circumference is 18 inches. Now as I mentioned earlier, depending upon your hook size, the number of chains that you make varies. So depending upon the gauge that you require and the hook size that you go for, you should measure the number of chains according to the size that you need and then start up with your row 1 of the waistband. So it's a very simple round, as we need to make just double crochets all the way around. In this waistband, I have joined both the sides after finishing my first row. But for this case, what we will do is, after making about 4 to 5 rows of front post and back post double crochets, we will join it at the end of the last row. So my next row would be to make 2 chains and turn my work. This first 2 chains will act as a first double crochet. Now from here on, I will be working front post and back post double crochet stitches. So the first stitch would be a front post, followed by a back post into the next stitch. Again a front post, and a back post into next stitch. So you will be continuing this sequence of making a front post and back post till the end of the row. Here I have worked with the second row using front post and back post double crochets. Now I didn't work any double crochet on top of chain 3, as this will act as a button hole, because when I sew a button to join both the ends, then we can use this chain 3 to just cling to the button and close it like this. So now again for the third row, I need to chain 2 and turn my work. This will be the first double crochet of the third row, and again on top of the front post I am going to work a front post double crochet, and on top of the back post I will be working a back post double crochet. Now in case if you don't know how to work these stitches, I will give the link for this above. You can refer to it. So the sequence for this row would be working a front post on top of a front post double crochet and a back post on top of the back post double crochet. Moreover, for the 3 rows, I will be following the same sequence. So this is the second round. I will be working 2 more rounds. That is in total 4 rounds. So here I am done with the 2 rows of front post and back post double crochet. Earlier I had mentioned I will be making in total 4 rows, but I think 1 more row would be fine. So for the third and final row, I shall chain 2 and turn my work, and again is the same sequence of working a front post and a back post double crochet. Front post on top of a front post and back post on top of a back post. So complete the third row in the same way. Then I shall teach you how to join both the ends using a slip stitch. Here I am done with my 3 rows of front post and back post double crochet, and now I will be joining the 2 ends together with a slip stitch. For that, I will just insert my hook into the chain 2 and work a slip stitch. So that finishes my waistband. Now as I mentioned, you can sew a button over here, and these 3 chains can be used as a button hole. So once your waistband is done, as per the pattern that you're working for, whether it be a skirt or a pant or a baby romper, whatever it be, you can just continue with that pattern sequence. So I hope this tutorial was useful for you. I shall show you few of my patterns in which I have used this as a waistband. So this is one of the pants in which I have used this front post and back post stitches to make the waistband, and then I worked the pattern for the pant. This is one of the rompers. Again, I worked the same pattern as a waistband and worked the romper. This will be the skirt and this is the top portion of the romper. So these are few of the samples in which I have used this as a waistband. And similarly, you can try different patterns as per your choice. So in the part 1 of this tutorial, we have learned how to make a waistband using a front post and back post double crochet stitches. In part 2, I shall teach you how to make a waistband using single crochets on back loop. So that's all for today's tutorial. If you have any queries, please let me know through comments. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.